This is lesson 5 and we are talking about separation of substances. Uh, there are pure substances and there are mixtures. We can find many materials on the earth and they can be grouped as pure substances and mixtures. So, what is a pure substance? A pure substance is made up of only one kind of substance. You can found only one type of substance in a pure substance, like sugar, gold, iron, and salt. They are made of only one type of substance. But what is a mixture? A mixture is made of more than one type of substance, and the substances can be separated. For example, air. Air is a mixture of different types of gases like oxygen, nitrogen, etc. Seawater is a mixture of water, salt, fine sand, and many other substances. Similarly, dry soil is also a mixture of different substances. Particles of clay, slit, mane sand, air, microorganisms, and humus. Humus is something which makes the soil fertile. So, all the components in a mixture retain their properties. That means all the substances that are present in a mixture have their properties and they retain their properties. That means even if they are the part of a mixture, they continue to have their properties. They do not lose their properties. And now we will learn about why do we separate substances. In nature, most things occur as mixtures. At times, useful things like food grains can be used only after separating the unwanted things from them. That is, we know that rice is maybe we can get rice from the market. It can have lots of husk, and we separate rice from the husk. Sometimes we separate components from a mixture and then we use each component separately. Sometimes, for example, in petroleum, petroleum is a mixture of many types of things like diesel, petrol, kerosene. So it is a mixture of different types of useful things: petrol, kerosene, diesel, and tar, which are used separately. So, from the mixture petroleum, we obtain different substances like petrol, kerosene, diesel, and tar. Tar means alcatra, which is used in construction of roads. Components of a mixture can be separated using different methods. So, separation of mixed substances of a mixture can be done by using different methods. The first method is hand picking. So, we see in this picture the weeds from the spinach, the weeds, the unwanted plants from the green vegetables are hand picked. Then stones are hand picked from rice. We separate the stones by picking with hand. And similarly, the birds are picking grain which is mixed with the soil. Then the next method is sieving. Sieving is used to separate solid substances that differ in size. So sieving is using this thing. আমি এইটো চালনী বুলি জানো. We use sieving to separate substances that have different sizes. Like some of the substances are very small in size and some of the substances are very large in size. Then there is the difference in the sizes. Then we can separate this larger substance by using the sieve. So there is flour, rice flour or wheat flour, we can use sieve to separate the large particles from the flour. Like this is being done, the rice flour is being sieved, and then sieving is also used in separating unwanted particles from sand, which is being done in this picture. Sieves are mostly made from a wire mesh or a metal plate with holes in it. So the size of the holes depends on the size of the substance it is used to separate. So if the substance needed to separate is bigger in size, then there will be bigger holes, and if the substance needed to separate is smaller in size, then there will be smaller holes. So you have to remember all this. Then we have another method, winnowing. Winnowing is used in agriculture. Winnowing is an age-old method of separating waste from agriculture produce, like this farmer is doing the process of winnowing. It is an extremely simple, cheap and effective method of separating lighter and heavier solid substance from a mixture. So, it is a very simple method to separate the lighter substances and heavier substances. For instance, there is a mixture which has light substances and heavy substances. Mane কিছুমানৰ weight to কম আছে, কিছুমানৰ weight to বেছি. So some substances are light and some substances are heavy. So when a mixture of light and heavy substances are dropped from a height, আমি ওপৰৰ পৰা পেলাই আছোঁ বস্তুটো, মিক্সচাৰটো, then if we drop the substance from a height, the wind will carry the lighter substance away. Okay, wind will carry the lighter substance away and the heavier substance will fall down on the ground like this. The wind carries the lighter substances away and thus the lighter substance and the heavier substance would be separated. Winnowing is nowadays also done by machines. Now there is another method which is called threshing. Threshing is also used in agriculture. When paddy, wheat or mustard crops are ready, the stalks are cut and dried in the sun. Okay, after the crops are ready to be harvested, mane jeta crops kini poki jay, the crops are cut and they are dried in the sun. The dried stalks are beaten to free the grains from the stalks. Stalks means jeneko tumalke dhanor gos dekhisa, dhan jeta kati ona hoy, after that it is beaten, kubai dia jay ba bhorire kore, so that the grains are separated from the dry plants. Stalk means the dry plants. And nowadays this is done by machines, the threshing machine. This process is called threshing, and nowadays machines called threshers are used to separate grains from the stalk. So threshing is the method in which the dry plants will be beaten and so that the grains are separated from the dry plants. These dry plants are called stalks. So we have learned a bit about separating mixtures, and now in the next video we will learn about separation of solids from liquids. Thank you.